Hey, it's Glenn with the Toy Temple, and today we got quite the run on stuff. This will be a long one, won't it? Yes, it will. So we've got some Star Wars Black Series Kylo Ren. We've got Shawn Michaels from the WWE Elite Series. We got the Edna Polybag, which is great. And we've got some Diamond Select bad guys from Kingdom Hearts. So I went to a GameStop we normally don't go to, and I felt brave that day, and I asked the person at the counter, very politely, after buying some GameStop clearance, I said, hey, do you have any polybags that nobody's picked up yet, and may I have one? Because you know what? Politeness is the key. Plus buying something, you just don't go in and ask for something for free and not expect to pay a little bit. Gotta work them a little bit. And he goes, yeah, I think I got one. And they had one left, so it doesn't hurt to ask. I'm not going to put it together. This is for Mrs. Toy Temple. And yeah, I'm excited to see Incredibles 2. I haven't seen it, but definitely I definitely love the first one. And Edna was funny, and I'm excited. I'm excited to watch the movie. I'm excited to see my wife put this together. It's going to be great. Next up, we've got Unmasked Kylo Ren from the Black Series. Now, I didn't want the masked version because Adam Driver is a great actor. Plus, he barely wears the mask anymore. He didn't even wear it during the second movie. But he's got his lightsaber, he's got a cloak, he's got a unlit lightsaber. So let's get him out of the package and take a look. All right, first things first, not a fan of this cloak. It's molded, it's plastic, I don't know, it feels ugly. It looks ugly, so probably can do without it. However, Kylo Ren here looks awesome. I'm gonna put his lightsaber in his arm all the way, or his hand, and he looks pretty good. He looks a little slouchy. There we go. That's better. So I'm noticing a lot with the Black Series, they don't have as much articulation as the Marvel Legends. They do have the double jointed knees. It puts them into more dynamic poses. See, double jointed knees. But then you get to the elbows and it's just single jointed elbows. So who knows why, especially for main streamlined characters such as Kylo Ren or Darth Vader, characters like that, it's like, where are they going? Why aren't you using them? Can you imagine an Iron Man without the double jointed elbows? So thankfully, the head sculpt looks pretty good. It's got the scar that he got in The Force Awakens. Looks detailed, looks like Adam Driver. On the back, more black leather. He's got pretty detailed hair, actually. The shoulder joints feel good, if a little loose, but still fine. Earlier I struggled to bend the elbow, but that seems to be just the case for these. Lightsaber came out of the box a little bent, just a little curve right there, but I can deal with that. Wrist articulation, that's fantastic. Puts them into, you can move that lightsaber around all you want. Comparing the two lightsabers, they look identical. Minus the ignited blade on that one, they look identical, which is just fine by me. If you want, you can make them dual wield, which is pretty much what I'm gonna make them do. See, I always liked that Kylo's lightsaber was kind of jagged, kind of poorly built, because, it was. He wasn't a full Jedi yet. He does like to slouch. So if I had to complain, it's that he kind of just looks like he's hunched forward. There you go. Stand up straight, young man. Maybe it's because of the cloak. Is it because of the cloak? Who used to wear a cloak? Was it everybody in the Star Wars movies? Yes it is. Everybody wears a cloak. The cloak just kind of feels like it's that cheap leather jacket you find at a flea market. But on here, as long as you're not, wearing it yourself in public, it should be just fine. Next up, we've got the sexy boy himself, Shawn Michaels, the Heartbreak Kid. And this is a pretty interesting figure. It's from the 90s, not the toy itself, but the design from the 90s, back before he retired for the first time. I think this is right before, or after, I should say, he won the European Championship. I'm excited to see how those go on. Let's get this guy out of the box and check him out. And here's Shawn Michaels out of the package. And you know, it wouldn't be Shawn Michaels if he couldn't do the pose. So I put him into the pose as best I could. Looks great. He's got a lot of articulation. He's from Mattel. He's got thigh swivel, he's got ankle pivots, bicep swivel, shoulder joints, wrist articulation, elbows, single jointed, but he's got the double jointed knees, which is fine. He's got ab crunch. He can look left to right, up and down, barely, but the hair gets in the way. One thing that I did notice in the package is his eyes. I don't know, I wish there was some white to his eyes. I don't know, maybe I'm imagining something, but it just, I don't know. Something's just off about his eyes. The figure itself though, looks great. The broken hearts, all painted silver. It says Heartbreak Kid right there. A little bit of silver paint crept into the joint there and there, but it looks good. I didn't put on his accessories quite yet because I wanted to show off the articulation. He's got the Heartbreak tattoo right there. And yeah, he's a good looking figure. And honestly, it doesn't look too bad. The belt fits, unlike Samoa Joe's, because he came with the NXT title, and Shawn Michaels here comes with the European title. And I always loved how that looked. It's a really beautiful championship. This piece, I guess, goes around his arm. It's supposed to slide down. Maybe it's because his arm is all the way up. Here, maybe like that. But the arm piece went on really well. It's connected via holes and pegs right there. This just slips on. And this, probably just to keep it all together, I'll have him keep it on. But yeah, it's a good looking figure. And if you see it for cheap, pick it up. But if you're not a fan of Shawn Michaels or, you know, what he did to Bret Hart, if you're one of those people, you probably would want to pass on it. But Shawn Michaels, one of the greatest in-ring performers of all time, so it's hard to beat an action figure this good. And here we have some Shadow and Soldier Heartless from the Kingdom Hearts Diamond Select line. As you can see, it comes with Mickey Mouse in gray and black, same with Sora, but the real winner here is these two villains. And I needed some bad guys for my Mickey to beat up, so let's have him do that. Alright, so before Mickey gets to beating these guys up, the packaging, I hate when people do this. So it's a blister pack, you know, it's got these little pegs, keeps it snapped together, but then they taped it. Just don't tape it, just, there. Alright, and these two guys are pretty cute. You can tell they're really small. I mean, just like, bam, there's my hand. You can just tell. You know, with a Heartless, I have to say it's painted well because it's completely black with yellow eyes. This one, it is painted well. It's got the red fingers, it's got the helmet, a little purple on the pants. They look well. They've got some articulation. The Heartless doesn't. Does his head move? No. So you'll just sit there. I know you do though, because your arms, I was playing with them. Yeah, there we go. So you can be like, ugh, I give up, don't hurt me. And then Mickey's gonna come in and just take you out. So let's have him do that.
A Heartless? In my town?
So Mickey pairs pretty well with the Heartless, and
Take that, and that, and that.
yeah, knocks him out easily. These are great additions. If you've got any Kingdom Hearts action figures, get the Heartless. They're cheap baddies to beat up on. And with the new game coming out, there's no better time than now to pick up some merch. Sweet chin music! So not a bad haul of toy hauls. We've got some Heartless, we got some Black Series, we got some WWE, and we got some Lego. It's kind of just a good mix of what I love. And I'd say probably my best pickup is the Edna minifig, because quite frankly, it's going to be limited edition, and you know, free is free. Can't beat free. I do like the Shawn Michaels European Championship belt though. That's That's very pretty. I might scratch in a little WWF logo, maybe. We'll see. So thank you very much for watching. Check us out on Twitter and Instagram at The Toy Temple. Like, subscribe, check us out. We've got a ton of videos, so do us a favor, watch some. We'd love to have you as a viewer, and just remember, you're never too old to enjoy the things you love.